Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You can see that I am super blotchy faced today. Today is day 4 of me being sick, like sick. And it's just a flu. It's not like coronavirus or anything. At least that's what I'm being told by my doctor's office. So that's good, but it still sucks being sick. Anyways, I'm feeling like I just need a little perk me up, so I'm gonna do some makeup today, and we're gonna try some new stuff that I just got, namely the Morphe Icy Fantasy palette. Dude, when I saw this palette, I couldn't resist. Whatever you might say about Morphe, that is a really pretty palette, and it checked off all the marks for me for pastels. So hopefully my voice doesn't make you shut down right now, because it's, oh come on, it's pretty beautiful, right? Anyways, we're gonna jump right into this because I gotta make myself feel a little bit better, and I wanted to show you how this works too. So we're gonna jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so first things first, I'm going to prime. I'm going to use my Maybelline Baby Skin just in my really porous zones. And then I got this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, but this is the stuff that is infused with squalene or however pronounced. So I've been using this and I actually really like it. I'm kind of on the fence post whether I like it better than the original or not. So I can't really tell you that I like one better than the other, because at least just this winter, this stuff's been working pretty well. So I like that. At any rate, let's prime, shall we? I like Orion right here. He's beautiful, right? It feels really good to rub right here because this is where my sinuses are so bad. I was quite happy to know that my symptoms weren't completely in line with coronavirus, so I was like, cool, thanks. Of course, the staying home thing really kind of sucks, and it's like couch, bed, cuddle with dogs, couch, bed, go to bed. That's been like my life all week. It's fantastic. I am going to take some of my color corrector for my lovely dark circles under my eyes because they're quite bad right now. And I'm sure that it's from not being well, but you know, just a tiny little bit now. Just dabble, do ya. And just a little green to cover up the red spots. Orion right here. Maybe I should have named it the North Star. It certainly has taken on a life of its own, that's for sure. Okay, so some of the products that we're going to be working with today are new to me. The first one is the Age Perfect Radium Serum. I can't read. It's probably a good thing I haven't gone to work because I would have screwed everything up because my brain is so full of... It's the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation with broad spectrum 50 SPF sunscreen. So I got the color that I thought was as close as possible to my skin color into my CoverGirl Matte Made foundation that I normally wear and love, and I checked this out on the recommendation of my friend Callie. So ooh, I should shake this over here so you're not listening to it in the microphone, but I got this on the recommendation of my friend Callie because she said she had used it and she loved it so far and that she was super happy with it. So I have to say, I don't think that I got the right color match, unfortunately. I think it might be off a hair, and for some reason I noticed it has tended to make my skin look just the tiniest bit gray, which my CoverGirl doesn't, and I think that maybe it's more the undertone is just not right for my skin, maybe, perhaps, but we're gonna work with it today. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, working with a brand new sponge, and I just squirted. Leave your jokes below. Because, yeah, I have I have things to say, but I'm gonna keep them to myself because the 13-year-old boy comes out sometimes, so we're gonna keep that to a minimum. It always looks so cute when it's like hasn't absorbed everything properly.
Hola, anybody order a Mexican?
Oh, that's nice. Hola. Are you going to Thai food?
Yeah, just.
I want spicy Penang curry with jasmine rice and maybe an extra sticky rice. Something that will get rid of me sinuses. Thank you. I love you. Okay, Thai food for dinner. Thank God, because I need something spicy in my life. I mean, other than my husband. Okay, so this is one of the things that I noticed about this, and this is kind of like let me get this out, because it kind of reminds me of this, which is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation, which I got this a little while back because I wanted to try this too. And I've come to the conclusion that I keep trying these, like, I don't know, they're supposed to be dewy or luminous or whatever foundations. And yeah, I'm getting older and I'm supposed to be not using matte foundation, but every time I use like a luminous or dewy foundation, it settles into my lines and it makes me look older. I don't know, but we're using this today. And it definitely doesn't give you like full coverage, so if that's what you're looking for, you won't find it with this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but it does kind of settle in there pretty quickly. I am so close. Sorry, I didn't think you'd want to look at me that close up, if we're being honest, because the sickness is not doing me well. It's not doing good for me. I don't know, I feel shiny. I feel like I look kind of oily. I'm not really sure why that is. I mean, obviously when I put some powder on, that's gonna help, but it does kind of gray out my appearance, and I think that's probably my fault. Obviously, I just chose the wrong color because those undertones really do make a difference, but it's hard to judge when you're in the supermarket or in the drugstore, you know, so you go with what you can. And I also grabbed some of this CoverGirl lid lockup because I've been looking for a less expensive eyeshadow primer, and since I can actually get this one in the drugstore, I'm hoping that this will work, at least work as well as my Bad Habit one. And this one is in the shade, it says Universal, so we'll see. Yeah, it's about the same color, I would say, as my Bad Habit primer. And it feels pretty much the same. I actually think that's a good thing because I like the Bad Habit primer. It does lock my stuff in pretty well. And I also got the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. I like the regular e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It says hydrating, we'll see. That might be a little much. I may have put too much on because I know the other concealer a little bit definitely goes a long way. We have to cover all of our sins and dead bodies, and oh, it's not too bad. Look at that, it's wiping right off. That foundation is wiping right off of my nose when I go in with this concealer. Ah, that's frustrating. I gave it some time to dry down. You would think that it wouldn't, I don't know. That just wiped right off. Moving along, we're gonna powder it so it doesn't go anywhere anymore. You must have to powder it really fast. I mean, maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Powdering it in all the places where it normally would come off with blush or bronzer. How you doing down there, buddy? I'm gonna throw a little bit of that Too Faced bronzer on that I bought in my TJ Maxx haul because I really like it. It's pretty stinking good and it smells so nice. So nice. I don't know how this is showing up on camera, but oh, I'm so glad that this foundation worked for Callie because it's just, I mean, everybody's got different skin types, so what works for me wouldn't necessarily work for her or vice versa. I guess that's what makes the world go around. We're all different, right? Well, she's got pretty young skin, and I bet this looks really good on her because it is sheer and she doesn't have to worry about this so much. It's funny, I was watching this video, Risa Does Makeup, and I really like her, and she brings up some good things. You know, she's a makeup artist, so she gives pretty good tips, and, you know, she's around my age. So it's funny because she brought up this article where they were talking about what women over 40 should just get rid of. Makeup they should just get rid of out of their lives. And like one of the first things was matte foundation, because after a certain age, you're not oily anymore. And I thought matte foundation is the only foundation that looks good on my skin because it doesn't settle into my lines. I have tried so many foundations, God, in the past 2 years, and I keep going back to the same foundation. I keep going back to that CoverGirl Matte Made foundation because it makes my skin look good. And it's so funny because it's like, I just don't understand it. Luminous foundations, they look terrible on me. I think that's my problem. But we're gonna just move along and get into this. And speaking of things that women should throw away when they're over a certain age, colorful stuff was one of those things. And I was like, no, that's my jam. I'm gonna be 80 years old and I'm gonna be wearing bright eyeshadow because you know what? It makes me happy. And if it makes you happy, you should do it. I mean, obviously within reason. I'm sure that cocaine makes people happy and other not so great things. You get what I'm saying. Things that make you happy that aren't cocaine. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, it's that kind of day. Anyways, it comes in this bubble wrap, and I have dipped into this several times. I have been using this actually pretty consistently because you know what? I like it. I like it, and I don't care what anybody else out there says. Some of the stuff you have to build up, but you know what? Look at how beautiful that is, man. I took some photos of this outside in the snow because we had snow. Icy Fantasy, you know, you get it. Anyways, I'll post them. And in fact, one of them might end up being the thumbnail. But dude, the colors, they're so pretty. I don't know if it will show or not. Yeah, they're looking a little bit more washed out on camera than they actually are, but they're lovely. So that's what we're working with today. First color that I think I'm gonna go in with, well, actually, I think I'll use this white first because that'll even me out and give me something to blend in. So I'm gonna take my fat ass Morphe brush and I'm gonna go into this white, and that white is called Whiteout. And listen, I'm just gonna show you because I'm so tired of having to look at plastic things. I took some double-sided duct tape and I just taped it like right here and right in the bottom, easy peasy. And you know what? I taped it so that the names corresponded. So there's Whiteout, there's Whiteout, there's Brilliant, there's Brilliant. See? I don't know if that's genius or if somebody else has done that before. So you know what? If you've done that before, you're freaking brilliant. Like the eyeshadow. Yeah, I'm a little giddy. You can see that white on camera. That's a decent white. Just so you're aware, these shadows are pretty powdery. I think that's to be expected from a pastel palette. Every palette that I have that has any pastel colors in it has that powderiness to it. So if you see other reviews and they're like, oh, it's too powdery, it's chalky, it's this, it's that. Well, give me an example of a super creamy, really nice pastel color that is not powdery. Then I'm not paying $175 for an 8-pan palette. I like it. I like this palette. I'm going to take my M505 brush. This is the next smaller one. I'm going to go into the shade, what is this? Below Zero right here. They're active. It's rainy and shitty outside, so yeah. See, I mean, clearly you can see powder coming up. Oh my god. It's a good thing I know how to multitask. Right, boys? Right? Right, Dieter? Hey. Can she multitask? Can she pet the dog and do her eyeshadow at the same time? Can you see him? Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. I know. Your turn. Come on, Georgie. Oh. Come on, George. Oh, okay, Dieter. You come here. Yeah, Mama's boy. Are you, Mom? Yes. Mommy's boy. And he knows it. Okay, I'm gonna take my little Amazon brush. It's my little smaller fluffy blending brush. And I think I wanna go into this purple right here. And that is Dreamer. I'm gonna use that in my crease. Look at how pretty that is. I'm gonna bring that shade down in here because I want to. But I'm gonna use my finger because I'm not afraid to use my fingers. Look at how bright that's showing up. I don't know. It doesn't feel all that chalky to me. I like this palette. This palette makes me feel some kind of way. Happy. It makes me feel happy. I mean, after a really crappy week, what do? We want to feel happy, right? All right, and I think for my next color, oh, I think I'm gonna use this pink. All right, so I'm gonna go into the pink right here. Yes, we're gonna do this like a gradient. That's actually kind of like a peachy pink, isn't it? I think I'm gonna go with yellow, Wishful. So I'm gonna go into this one, Wishful. I have been using my brushes a lot with this palette, but I actually kind of like using my finger. It's working pretty well. All right, and then I think I want to go over them with some of these toppers because they're so pretty. Yes, I think I want to use this one. Wait a minute, which one did I just use? Okay, this one is Mystical right here. Wow, that is so pretty. I hope you can see that on camera because it is beautiful. It is lovely, lovely, lovely. I think I'm going to try this Flash Freeze right here. It's in the center. It's got kind of a green shift. Oh, yeah. Might as well have every color of the rainbow on my face. And I'll tell you that, whoa, okay, that showed up really nicely. Ooh. You know, I was just gonna say that this reminds me a lot of my Kat Von D Alchemy palette colors because it's that white base, but it's got that really pretty shift. But this, I think, is actually showing up better than those do, which I really like those, so that's saying a lot. You know what? I was gonna do the purple under my eyes, but I think I'm gonna go in with this color right here, which is Echo. Just for poops and grins, I'm gonna do that under my eyes and see how it looks. We might as well keep in line with the good old jaundice look. Shit. Shikskis. Shit sandwich. Shitunia. So in order to keep fallout from going all over your face, I would recommend stamping this color. That appears to be working pretty well. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my eyeliner and my mascara and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back with the final look. I really like how the eyeshadow came out. I think it's really cute. I wish my wings were a little bit more perfect, but you know, I'm old. What can I say? And I'm sick, so my hands have just been like, I really don't have an excuse. I'm just bad at winged eyeliner. What can I say? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, those may be some contributing factors. Dieter likes, so if Dieter likes it and he gives it the seal of approval, then we're golden. Hey, can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi, camera. Hi, camera. He wants to go outside. So we're gonna finish up really quickly. I love this palette. Ultimately, there are some colors in here that are a little patchy or a little funky to work with, but figure out a way to work with it because it's a relatively inexpensive palette. I think I paid $26 for it or something like that at Ulta, and a lot of the colors are very unique. Okay, so I actually have purchased a couple of palettes here and there for this pastel or that pastel. This has everything I want in one palette, and I personally think for the money it's a great buy. If you love this color scheme, if you love these colors, it's a good buy in my personal opinion. I don't regret spending a single penny on it. I love it. I actually have used it quite a bit. I will probably use it a whole lot more, especially if spring ever gets here. I hope it is. In fact, it's been raining all day and it's warms today, so spring she's a coming. Easter colors, woohoo. Anyways, as far as the foundation, I'm gonna zoom you back in because, whoa, that's a little too close. All right, I don't know if you can see what it's doing on my forehead, but that's what it does. It just seeps into everything, and it rubbed off my nose already. This is even having powdered it and let it sit for a couple of minutes. So I find it amusing that it's supposed to be made for more mature skin, and it's doing this to me. So I will stick with my CoverGirl Matte Made. I really love that foundation. It's great. It's fairly transfer proof, and it works really well. Why change a good thing? But thank you for the suggestion, Callie, and you know, it was worth a shot. Maybe I'm just using the wrong primer with it. That could be too. I might have to try it with different primers. There's a thought. And to the woman who wrote that article that I was talking about that Risa Does Makeup mentioned, here's your after 40 I should throw crap away look. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a hearty thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and it'll let you know when I upload my next videos. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Now back to bed. You know what? I do feel a little bit better. I don't feel better physically, but I feel a little better mentally. Thank you. Thank you, little fam.